For everyone, the start of a new year presents us with an important opportunity to take stock of the past year, to make an honest assessment of the challenges we face, and to set new goals for the coming year. For each of us personally, the new year is a good time to remember that despite all the challenges, we have a lot to be thankful for. As legislators, now's the time to consider how our state has gotten into this mess, and more importantly, how we can best get out of it. New Yorkers were rocked last year by the scandals and cover-ups that forced Andrew Cuomo to resign in disgrace. Now we have a new governor, and we stand ready to work with her in a spirit of bipartisanship and good faith to move our state forward. As we enter 2022, New York is clearly facing enormous challenges. Crime and violence are skyrocketing. Our economy has been badly battered by high taxes, overregulation, and a hostile business climate. And as the COVID-19 pandemic continues, our state leadership is once again making many of the same mistakes and blunders that we saw under the prior administration. So, while Andrew Cuomo has left office in disgrace, his terrible policies live on. These problems clearly represent major challenges for our state. We, the Senate Republican Conference, are ready to tackle these challenges head-on. And here's how. Let's face the facts. The soft-on-crime, anti-police policies imposed by New York City radicals working with Andrew Cuomo have been an unmitigated disaster, fueling violence and undermining public safety throughout our state. We must end cashless bail for dangerous criminals, restore judicial discretion, and stop giving get-out-of-jail-free cards to people who wreak havoc on our streets time and time again. We can and we must support critical mental health and addiction services. But we can do these things while at the same time restoring respect for the law and supporting the courageous law enforcement professionals who keep our communities safe. We also have a great deal of work to do in terms of fixing our economy, creating jobs, and making our state more affordable. Yes, we've been hit hard by COVID, but New York's economy was in bad shape long before the pandemic ever hit. Here's what we need to do to reverse the trend of people leaving our state in droves. We must reduce taxes, period. We need to support our struggling family farms and small businesses, instead of punishing them with more taxes and red tape. We should target state investment to strengthen our workforce, expand broadband, and improve energy and transportation infrastructures, putting New Yorkers to work, rebuilding our economy. By virtually every measure, New York has been hit harder by this pandemic than any other state. And like many New Yorkers, Senate Republicans believe that our state government should be doing a better job in tackling this crisis and moving our state forward again. Our message is simple and straightforward. No more government by executive order. No governor, from either political party, should ever be allowed to rule without checks and balances, accountability, and legislative oversight. Oppressive mandates are an affront to our democracy, and they can also produce disastrous consequences. We saw this very clearly with Governor Cuomo's nursing home scandal and cover-up. Our state leaders need to be working in partnership with local leaders, with our local hospitals and nursing homes, and with our dedicated frontline healthcare professionals. We need clear and consistent communications with families, schools, and small businesses all across the state. We need to expand access to vaccines, boosters, and rapid testing resources in every region of New York. One-size-fits-all Albany mandates are not the solution to our problems. They are the problem. In addition to the Senate Republicans' proactive Take Back New York agenda, our conference will also be leading the fight against many of the misguided policies now being discussed in Albany. The political extremists and socialists who now dominate state politics are hell-bent on enacting a radical agenda. They are more concerned with their own political survival than doing the work of the people. So when they try to enact more pro-criminal, anti-cop policies, we're going to do everything we can to stop them. When they try to let non-US citizens vote in our local elections, we are going to fight tooth and nail against it. When they try to increase gas tax by up to 50 cents per gallon, at a time when New Yorkers are already being hammered by inflation, we're going to call it out. And when extremists try to endanger our communities and use our classrooms for social experimentation, we're going to say no. As we enter the new year and the 2022 legislative session, it's important to remember that we've been confronted by major challenges throughout our state's long history. New Yorkers have never failed to rise to the occasion any of those times. For that to happen again, they need a government worthy of them. One that promotes hope, growth, and opportunity, instead of fear, distrust, and control. By restoring common sense checks and balances back to our state government, Senate Republicans know that we can, and we must, overcome the historic challenges we face in 2022 and beyond. Thank you, and may God bless every New Yorker.